Hello everybody and welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts. Today we are on the penultimate episode of the series in which we are going to the end of the world. Which is the final world in the game. We're going to be handling, depending on length, we're going to be doing a wrap-up here and then maybe the next episode will be the finale. All depends on how things go. We are on a weaker save than our previous little cleanup episode where we took out the super bosses in an attempt to make sure that the game isn't a complete, it's a roll. Make sure that it's not super easy. So I will not be having the ultimate weapon or anything neat like that. At least I don't think I have it on this save file. Actually, no, I wouldn't because I'm just entering End of the World and I would need the items from here. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the game as we're finishing it up, and also I'm going to pull up the transcript for the Ansem reports, all 13 of the available reports you collect through the game. So that'll be fun, because a lot of this is some forced combat rooms that we can kind of not focus on too much here. So there are 13 reports. I have them here. And let's get into the world.
Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
You betcha!
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Well,
This is a Heartless world, so maybe it'll just disappear.
huh?
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again. Yep, I just know that we will. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I'll return this. I promise.
And thus, we begin End of the World. So, first up, I'm going to want to switch up to, I guess... I'll go with Oathkeeper. I think Oathkeeper can work out. And our quips seem to be pretty damn good as well. And, what super move do I have equipped at this point? I'm gonna want probably ours. I don't need both of these. That's just a waste of energy. We don't want Encounter Plus. That'll give us a lot more enemies, and I'm perfectly fine with what we got already. Trinity Limit is something we haven't shown off, though, so I'm going to want to show that to you guys. And we're going to update our stock, because these are items I can blow with no guilt, because I already have a full file on this game now at level 100, with all the bosses and stuff taken care of, and I'm actually going to be able to get the Platinum Trophy for this in the next few days if I kind of work at it, which feels nice. I'm thinking about the Chain of Memories one, and it kind of makes me want to die. I'm like, I can put that off. So there are two brand new enemies exclusive to the final world. The first one are these Invisibles. Both enemies that are introduced drop the same synth item, Gale. These guys can be a little difficult, though I believe that they are weak to gravity. Yeah, I can basically, in the mid-60s, which is where I'm at, you can just take them out with one Graviga and just knock them out. There are multiple zones in this area that drop dark balls, or encase the dark balls, and traps to make you do these forced battle rooms. Another thing is there's a bunch of invisible walls here. The path to go through places is denoted by the piece of land pointing you in the right direction.
See ya.
So we're going to do gravity. Just get these guys out as soon as possible. The Invisibles can be an annoying enemy to contend with because they will stick their sword into the ground and then they will turn into this this wraith form and then spin around you and try to deal damage. And it's just a moment where you're not hurting them at all, and it's the worst. So, thought I would go through the Ansem reports on here. I guess we'll do it live as we play. And kind of read through them. There are 13 of these, and these are all written by our antagonist here in the game, Ansem. Supposedly based on his research back in Hollow Bastion. Also, we're going to fight one of these again, which is like, oh good. It's good to see we're getting mileage out of this damn enemy. So, let's get right into it. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with people's smiles and respect, but though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread out and swallow the heart. I've witnessed it many times. Darkness. Darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness. Ansem being the leader of the Kingdom of Hollow Bastion, which, you know, it's like not only do you have a leader that's just, hey, how's it going? I'm gonna, you know, be your king, but I also happen to be a scientist or researcher, which, you know, adds to it, kind of setting up Hollow Bastion in the game's lore and world as, you know, this scientific kingdom in a way. Ansem report number 2. It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Experiment number 1, extract the darkness from a person's heart. Number 2, cultivate darkness in a pure heart. And then 3, both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments cause the test subject's heart to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatment produced no signs of recovery. I can find those who have completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Sometime later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? So basically what you're seeing here is early on, he's like, I need to find out more experimentation here. So he's killed people. He's destroyed them. And then, while they're broken and shattered, has put them basically in a dungeon underneath his own castle. So already, a little bit questionable. Report number 3. The shadows that crawl beneath the castle. Are they the people who lost their hearts, or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond my imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I am sure of is that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there is no shortage of test samples. They're multiplying underground even as I write this report. They still need a name. Those who lack hearts. I will call them the Heartless. So you're seeing basically, oh man, could the Heartless be the result of his experiment, or, you know, it continues to develop into report number 4. The Heartless appear in groups and are multiplying rapidly. I provided them both living and non-living samples. They only responded to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. Oh, man. I believe the heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who've lost their hearts and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the heartless become heartless themselves. So I lack proof. I'm confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have some intelligence, how to communicate with them. It just occurred to me, could they be the darkness in people's hearts? At this point, you know, there is arguably what's happening is he's experimented on people. You don't know if they got proper consent or they knew what was going to happen. Those people have been destroyed, thrown into a dungeon so they can turn into these dark monsters, these heartless. And then you have more people being thrown in, not to have experiments done on them, but to basically be the food for the heartless. So already you just read this and it's kind of some bit more heavier subject matter than you would initially expect from the game. Report number 5. To study the heartless behavior, I picked one out for observation. It wiggled its antenna, and as if sensing a target, headed deep into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antenna began vibrating, as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door, and on the other side, what I saw mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? I'm going to use Trinity, by the way. Super sick move here. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened? It's also unbelievably difficult to read these reports while focusing on a harder target to hit, because I have to look to my left and I've been fighting with shit in my peripheral vision a little bit, you know. This is what happens when you don't decide, hey, what if I just recorded me reading the reports in post? You know, maybe that could have been easier, but no, I kind of find this a little bit fun, a little bit more personable. So, Ansem report number 6, we're about halfway there. A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless, where the keyhole is. I just added that. It may be the ultimate goal of the Heartless, but what is that energy? I've devised a hypothesis based upon my observations of the Heartless. Also, where did Ansem go? Down in the most dangerous place and we'll find him. Alright, thankfully this is an area that I don't even think has enemies, and we can kind of just explore it, which means I can read. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart. 2. The heart of the world. There's no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I'm certain that was the heart of the world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts not only for all living creatures, but from the planet itself. What do they mean to do with the heart of the world? On to report 7. I'm studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The materials foreign to our world is elastic to the touch. When two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened the door? I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceases to grow. But I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. What I find interesting here is it kind of confirms that the moment he opened the door and basically opened the heart of the world, it meant, you know, it was like the hint of this world is no longer and is not sealed off, and the gates, the road to other worlds is open, which means stuff like gummy blocks can, you know, basically appear in that world, which is interesting. Report number 8. There's no doubt that the heartless are deeply connected to the people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and the mysteries shrouding the heart. I think at this point I should just head on over to progress. I was thinking about treasure hunting, but then I'm like, I'm not using this file anymore. What am I doing? Let's go fall in. As a start, I've built a device that artificially creates Heartless by recreating the conditions that spawn the Heartless naturally. I should be able to produce them artificially. This device is the culmination of all my research thus far. The machine tests run successfully and created a brand new Heartless. This may be a step forward in creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits, but the two types remain distinct for the purpose of the experiment. So I'll mark the ones that are created artificially. So at this point, he's just making monsters. On to number 9. Also, for this area, there are a bunch of pink, pillars here that take each of the previous worlds that we have played. If you have not completed the world, you must complete these pillars. They will be, the blue ball that takes you forward will not be present if you haven't completed it, which is interesting. Interesting way, because some worlds are optional, and the game acknowledges that. Onward to report number 9. Simply astonishing. Today, I had a guest from another world. He is a king, and his vessel is built from the material that composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seems that my opening the door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours. But one story in particular has caught my interest. That of a key called the Key Blade. It is said to hold phenomenal power. Can I not proceed from here? Oh yeah, I think I gotta hit this thing. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says that he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. You must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door that I have opened. Let's heal up and head out of here. And then we can head into that room up ahead. Report number 10. Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of stars in the night sky. And deep within each world, lies a door to his heart. The heartless desire those hearts. Born out of darkness in people's hearts, they seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it. The heartless come from people's hearts. They seek to return, as does the darkness. I fucking missed a line somehow. It is the core of the world's heart, but the world of the heartless. Did I just butcher that sentence? Yes, that's it. The heartless come from people's hearts, as does darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the heartless? I will pursue the answer there and become all-knowing. Please forgive me. There's like 18 hearts and 18 darknesses here. Sometimes it's hard to parse. But he will pursue the answer and become all-knowing. His path is set. He shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast off and plunge into the depths of darkness. At this point, this apparatus, this machine, has its own bit of information. Ones born of the heart and darkness, devoid of hearts, ravage all worlds and bring desolation. Seize all hearts and consummate their great heart. All hearts to be one, one heart to encompass all. Realize the destiny, the realm of kingdom hearts, the great darkness sealed within the great heart. Progeny of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness. For the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, 1 keyhole, 1 key to the door. The door of darkness tied by 2 keys. The door of darkness to seal the light. None shall pass but shadows, returning to the darkness. Once born of the heart and darkness, hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. And then basically on cue, Heartless appears saying, hey, don't read our diary. Don't do that. So moving on, there are 3 reports remaining. I believe some are exclusive to the Final Mix version of the game. We will read them before moving on, which means I can focus on them and not on playing at the same time. Number 11. Opening the door to the world's heart causes its walls to crumble. These fragments are seen as shooting stars. This explains why these gummy blocks can travel freely to other worlds. I know the catalyst of the collapse, the appearance of the Heartless. However, it will take time to search out the world's doors and retrieve each heart. Furthermore, the doors can be locked using a keyblade, making the heart forever unattainable. I must take action before the wielder of this key appears in this world. If the princesses and the keyblade are connected, they should resonate. I have chosen a girl. I don't know if she holds the princess's powers, but I will find out. She may lead me to the key bearer. I shall set her free and observe, which obviously should be Kairi. Number 12. The body is gone. The heart should have returned to the Heartless, and yet nothing. This one is unlike any other. Its memories remain, and it is yet to take the form of a Heartless. A close eye must be kept on the situation. Much is still unknown. To get to the realm of darkness, one must go through the doors of Kingdom Hearts, the place where the world's hearts connect. Beyond this world is a place in which darkness reigns. Details shall be archived in a separate report. There are many worlds in existence, some of which we know nothing about. The world which we live, the realm of darkness, the realm of light, and the world in between, wherein lies true nirvana. And of course, the final report. Where does the body go when it separates from the heart? If the soul remains within the body, is it still considered to be deceased? When the heart returns to the Heartless, the physical form disappears. But that is merely true in this world. Perhaps the body exists in another form in another world. If that is the case, then it is possible for one to exist in 2 worlds. A being that is neither darkness nor light, belonging nowhere, abandoned by its heart, a mere shell of its former self. The relation between the heart and the body is complex. However, I am certain that if your self exists here, then by definition the other cannot truly exist. The other, the one which does not exist, shall be dubbed Nobody. And of course, nobodies will be elaborated on as the series for Kingdom Hearts continues. But those are the 13 Ansem reports. Again, a lot of darkness and heart and light and Heartless to kind of parse between it. But it gives you a decent background of Kairi ultimately being let loose, and then she finds her way to the Destiny Islands and leads Ansem to the key bearer. Which you can basically take as he meets with Riku and attempts to sabotage him and take him toward the darkness to stop these worlds from being able to be sealed with a Keyblade. So that's when Sora ends up unknowingly meddling in. And you essentially have a moment where he ends up becoming the Keyblade wielder and doing what must be done. Now Riku exists on the other side of this door to darkness, which we saw in a previous cutscene. And we need to work to seal it and stop Ansem's plans once and for all. And it leads us into a random boss of Chernobog from Fantasia, because I don't know. I don't know why he's here. He's just like, hey, what's up? I'm standing in this volcano. I'm gonna shoot shit at you. He can be incredibly annoying if you're at a lower level because he can do an insane amount of damage. But the same battle mechanics from Ursula are basically present here. So take him out and move on. Oh, this is bad. Oh God. But it really sets up how much of a bad guy our villain is, in the fact that he experimented on live people killed them, and then fed, you know, other people to it. And it's destroying worlds just to know everything, just for a pursuit of knowledge. And that pursuit of knowledge somehow is more important than the lives of people. It's a theme that continues through the villains of this series, and I think is really is interesting. Because it's just a villain because they just don't care. They don't care about other... He doesn't care about anyone else. It's just... you must gain more knowledge. And this knowledge is at the cost of potentially millions of lives if you want to pretend that more than 4 people live in a world at a time. But, you know, that's limitations of video games. It's some darker subject matter that really puts it in perspective of, like, who we're dealing with here. And now it's time for the final room before we can meet with him. This room is a very huge place that is filled to the brim with Heartless. Of course, leading off with this piece of work. Oh wait, I have gravity on shortcut, my bad. Again, gravity is basically the weakness of this thing, so it's good to just unload with it. Damn it, I was 1 hit short. That really makes me mad. Damn it, I was hoping he'd at least put his head down enough that high jump could hit him. How dare you. I was thinking about summoning Tink, but maybe it's better to use something else. We need to break apart that Heartless symbol. That behemoth represented quite a bit, but there's still a lot more. Guess we should start using some of these summons. They'll help me take care of this place. Beat him down. Beat him down with my elf. My elephant means business. Yep, keep breaking that apart. Time for the next wave coming up here. Or is it? Oh, we broke out quite a bit, actually. It's okay, I got more. Summons are incredibly useful, though. This playthrough really reminded me of that. Aside from just the amazing utility of Tinkerbell, like, I've used them a hell of a lot more in my playthrough here, especially Bambi.
Give me strength. Give me strength.
Oh god, getting a good charge on you is gonna be hell. Damn it, I was so close I even released. Stop letting me get to the very end. Fuck you. You know what? That's what I'm talking about.
Give me strength.
How about give me some moosh? The powerful dragon. It's fake Eddie Murphy.
Gotcha. See? Gotcha.
I think the summons thing is really good because it can be a holdover from Final Fantasy games. And they can do that and still give you Disney characters that, you know, they don't necessarily have to make worlds on, which is really neat. Oh, God. I hate it when they stab into the ground like that. It's like, yeah, the one thing I want is for you to not be able to take damage. Wonderful.
Gotcha! Gotcha! Gotcha!
Wait, did I not kill you? I did. I totally didn't. How dare you stand in my way like that? Who else do we got? We got Genie. Shoot him out. Give him that.
Gotcha! Gotcha!
There we go, we're just doubling up. Nope, just a little piece left. Alright. Alright. This is the last wave, as far as I know. Once we get through this onslaught. Then again, there will be waves within waves, so you know, once everything's clear here, I'm sure we're not done, but you know what I'm talking about. You get me, you know? Come on, party, come back, cool. Let's get Bambi in there. I'm just gonna spam magic now, because I can just do it for free.
Little guy.
Yeah, just keep giving me them bubbles. Oh, what I wouldn't have given to have a character in KH2 who could just generate magic like this consistently. There is a summon that does that, but it's completely RNG based, so. Here, you can just get it super easily. Let me get in range before it makes itself invincible. There we go. Force. See ya. All the good hits. Alright, this might be it. I don't know. This is like your last little bastion of level grinding. They give you like a shit ton of enemies, and if you die, you must do all of this over again, which is probably the worst part. And that is that. We didn't summon Tinkerbell, so we didn't actually have an encounter where we summoned everything, but you know what Tinkerbell does. She just lets you regenerate health. That's it for basically the last little raid. And now, a door. Careful, this is the last haven you'll find here. Beyond, there is no light to protect you. But don't be afraid, your heart is the mightiest weapon of all. Remember, you are the one who opened the door to the light. And it's up to us to defeat darkness. Save all the worlds. And that time is now.
Is this my island?
No, you don't own it. The city owns it. They got it in 1947. After the Great Battle of Hiroshima, they got the rights to it.
This world has been connected,
What was that?
tied to the darkness, soon to be completely eclipsed. There is so very much to learn. You understand so little.
I read the reports, though.
A meaningless effort.
He actually responded. How dare he?
Who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Oh, come on, man. I went to school for a little bit. It really adds to his performance and his personality when you're like, yeah, he is a big science guy, so him trying to, you know, belittle your knowledge makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's do this thing.
Take a look at this tiny place. To the heart-seeking freedom, this island is a prison, surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross over into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness.
Riku!
Don't bother. Your voice can no longer reach him where he is. His heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness. And all so end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. You see, darkness is the heart's true essence.
That's not true! The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Every light must fade. Every heart return to darkness.
And here comes the fight you've been waiting for. It's time to fight Ansem and his stand, the Guardian, which he will use to protect him, but thankfully it can't cover his back. Hwah! I appreciate some of his attack quotes, because they sound like a duck. Hwah! I'd appreciate if anything but Trinity would appear. Maybe Ars Arcanum. And he does submit, and then his stand goes inside me and tries to stop me from doing moves. Had enough of you. Alright, thankfully he took it back. Fuck it. That did a chunk. Yo, where'd your Guardian go? I know I didn't submit. Thank you, Donald Duck. Not happening. Got him. Alright, so it's time to prepare. This is the last time they give you access to your menu for the whole game. So, I'm gonna drop that power up, use a cottage, and most importantly, get that off. So I don't believe this is the intended boss that they originally had planned on. Like, they do it, obviously, but I think the intended boss here was different based on what people have uncovered about this game years later. In the fact that there was a beta version or something where people found the assets for platforms in a bigger, like, arena style for this specific interior of the island, where you would fight Ansem in his Riku form, and you would have another battle in here like that. At some point, they decided to change that out because I guess they wanted to, you know, make you stop thinking about an evil Riku being Ansem and more of just Ansem being Ansem. But I guess fighting this guy's good too. We beat him legit this time. No interruptions by the world exploding. And it's a good warm-up for the real fight. A solo, one-on-one fight with Ansem. He's a little weaker, though. To show that it's like, oh, you're fighting me again? Okay, I'm gonna get more aggressive, but my health is gonna be lower. We also tech the shit out of him! Ars Arcanum's a good way to bypass the Guardian and just hit him whenever he tries to guard. Alright, he took us over. That's like the worst thing that could happen here. Because this form of Ansem is so much more difficult. He is much more aggressive. He's like, no, come back to me. This ain't working now. He is getting close to being able to do his signature move, his desperation move. And here it comes. He's gonna want to do that.
What do you hope to accomplish?
I want to save the world.
Do not deny it. The final darkness is
Alright, go in on him.
Come, Guardian!
There are ways to actually skip that phase. Like, I've seen plenty of speedrunners who manage to fight him just the right way to where he doesn't even get to do that, which is great. It's always fun to find tricks like that. Let go of my body. Basically, you have to pay attention to your command menu, make sure it doesn't say freeze so you can't attack him. Alright, he came back. No chance.
My strength returns.
Ah, we gotta endure this again.
What do you hope to accomplish? Do not deny it. The final darkness is
Go for it. Nailed. Can I have this potion? No.
What?
Behold the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts. Look as hard as you are able. You'll not find even the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark depths are all hearts born. Even yours. Darkness conquers all worlds!
Whoa!
Giving up already? Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
Well, he's gotten a new pair of pants. And a pirate ship. Well, let's go.
Turn to darkness.
So now we're attacking while flying. Not the best combo, but we have enough damage. But unfortunately, we can't attack him with any special skills. Would have been nice to have Ars Arcanum for this specific part. He's also a lot bigger. And a lot of distractions. Good. Wait a minute. Why was I not curing there? Why was it doing arrow? No, hold on. No, cut the theatrics. What the hell happened there? When did my cure turn into arrow? When the fuck did that happen? Oh, did I just not have cure bound? This is going to be bad. Oh no!
Welcome to darkness.
I did not have this planned. Could have sworn I had cure on. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. It just means I have to play this carefully. My apologies, audience, for kind of breaking the moment there with some bad play. Just means I have to have it on the magic hot bar there. It's fine. It's not like he's hard to take out. Just I need to work hard on meter management. He also has little henchmen, little enemies that also come out too. Gotta be mindful of them. He has nice fingers. I like the Kingdom Hearts engine where everyone's fingers look like French fries.
All shall be extinct.
Well, you tried. He's like, alright, take 5, guys. Take 5. Let me recharge. So he's gonna recharge his batteries, and we're gonna go take this ship out, turn off its life support. There we go. And we have a core. Don't look at it. It's only cool if you look away from the explosion. Oh man, it looks so cool! That did something, I think. It opened up that. I think we have to take these out, though. There we go. That portal's good to go. Damn it, that one got away. Actually, a couple of them did. You know, couldn't you die like all the other ones? In a convenient fashion? We have another one. Oh god, the mouth is alive. And it has a lot of health. Alright, same rules the other fight. Just ram my key into it until we win. Maybe drop in a couple of cures for kicks every now and then. Thankfully, we hit like a truck. And we're done. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that hurt. Oh man. Well, he failed to eat us. We're gonna go get eaten now. Hey look, Donald Duck's in here with some of the most powerful enemies in the game because I guess he can take care of business? Maybe? The game thinks very highly of Donald Duck. Oh, this one was stopped. Neat. Alright. I think this is the last little heart, like, tentacle thing that we have to deal with. Because we just got the party back together. The band's back. Well, there goes the sickest spoiler in all of Darkness. And now we have what I can only assume is the power source that's healing up Ansem. It's time to take this thing out. Oh, and then a gravity just one-shots it. Shows what I know. I guess since it's the weight of the ship, gravity would be an insane amount of power. Ugh, I wasn't ready. Screw it. I'll do this myself. And here's the final phase of the final boss. He's at max health, but you have your party with you. Might as well use the Mega Elixirs if we got him. This is actually easier than his first phase. Look at the damage. With both party members going at it, there's not much to worry about here. Oh! Oh, this is big. Look at this big thing. Okay. Can't say he ain't trying. Alright, back to laying waste to him. And just like that, we're done. That is Kingdom Hearts 1. We're finished. He's defeated. And we should have a bonus video of some sort before we move on to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. We got plenty of ending stuff, though. Stick around.
It is futile. The Keyblade alone cannot seal the door to darkness. Kingdom Hearts, fill me with the power of darkness. Supreme darkness.
You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is light.
Stop staring and keep pushing. Huh? Hurry!
I can't.
Don't give up. Come on, Sora. Together we can do it.
Okay.
It's hopeless!
Oh,
Huh?
Your Majesty!
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good.
Close it quick!
But
Don't worry. There will always be a door to the light.
Sora, you can trust King Mickey.
Now, they're coming.
Donald, Goofy, thank you.
Take care of her.
Kyrie!
Sora! Ah!
Kyrie! Remember what you said before? I'm always with you too. I'll come back to you. I promise!
I know you will!
Now what do we do?
We've got to find Riku and King Mickey.
But, where do we start looking for that there door to the light?
Huh? Huh?
Pluto?
Hey, Pluto! Where have you been?
Huh?
Hey!
Gorge! course, that's the king's seal.
Hey, have you seen King Mickey?
Yep.
Guys, let's go!